Good morning, students. So today we will start with chapter 2 of economics, people as resource, grade 9th. So here we have to talk about human capital. In our earlier chapter, student, that is the Palampur, there we have studied the concept of factor of production. That is the essential elements, inputs which cooperate with one another in the process of production. And the important factors of production, land, labor, capital and the human capital. So in this chapter we will be focusing on the human capital. And through this chapter we will explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liability. Now here please understand asset and the liability. Asset here means something productive. Like suppose a businessman purchases a machinery and that machinery is very efficient, completes the production very faster and gives returns to the businessman. So that machinery is an asset for the businessman, and businessmen have done the investment in the fixed capital, that is the machinery, and that fixed capital is returning now yields to that businessman. So it is that machinery is to be called as an asset. And on the other hand, liability means burden. If the machinery purchase require constant repair, then that will become very liability for the businessman. So population should be an asset rather than a liability. And if we will give proper education, training and healthcare facility to our population, then our population will be converted to an asset rather than liability. So population becomes human capital when there is an investment made in the form of education, training and medical care. And we should look at our population from the productive aspect. Like other resources, population is also a resource, that is a human resource. We should always look at the positive side of a large population, but we always look only at the negative side of the large population, that is the problems which we will face of providing the population with food, education and access to health facility. And population becomes human capital when there is an investment made in the form of education, training and medical care. So when the existing human resource is further developed, that is the existing population is further developed by providing them education, healthcare facilities, we call it a human capital formation. That adds to the productive power of the country, just like the physical capital formation. In physical capital formation, students, we invest in machinery and buildings. So we form our fixed capital, and this will be productive for us and yield returns also. Similarly, in human capital formation, we invest in our human beings through providing them education, healthcare facilities, so that they can also become productive assets for their nation and yields the return also. A healthy and educated person is always an asset for the nation. They will contribute to the formation of a good society, educated society. And if all the people in the society are educated, then they will be more aware, they will take more good decisions, and that society will definitely progress. So if people are educated, they have skilled mindset, they will earn more and their living standard will be good, and they will keep themselves physically fit, and productivity of the educated and physically fit is always high. If people are not able to take care of themselves, their health, then how they will take care of the organizations they are working for? Like for example, you have seen our armed forces, just see their fitness levels, the discipline in their lives of our soldiers. And if person is capable of working in all the tough conditions, then only they are serving in our armies. And if these people are not capable, they will surely be not selected to serve the nation. So human resources can be developed with patience only, students. So investment in human capital yields a return just like investment in physical capital. So with investment and patience, we will develop our human resources. With developed human resources, more income will be generated. This will be advantageous to the society. And human resources superior to other resources, land and physical capital, because human resource is an active factor of production. Okay, they will utilize the human beings, they will utilize the other factors of production, the other resources. So Now here the another aspect which we have to discuss is green revolution and the IT revolution. If you see, in green revolution we invested on our land resources, and in IT we invested in our human resources. So if we see these two revolutions in the Indian context, then clearly the importance of human capital is visible. In green revolution we have seen how the improved production technologies in the form of HYV seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, modern farming implements has led to increase in production from fixed land resources. And in IT revolution, and we have seen that the education and the training institutions, they have given skills to our citizens, then they develop the softwares, and our IT sector is rising because of this skilled professionals. Now page 17 of your same chapter, that is people as resource. So earlier also we have discussed, students, that not only the educated and healthier people gain through higher income, but they will be advantageous for the society also. They will be advantageous for the society also. The society will progress more. So human capital is one way superior to other resources like land and physical capital. The human resources can make use of these resources, that is land and capital. Land and capital cannot become useful on its own, and for many decades in India, a large population has been seen as a liability. I have told you earlier also, rather than an asset. But a large population need not to be a burden for the economy. It can be turned into a productive asset. We can make our human resource as a productive by investing in human capital, by spending on education and health facilities, and providing training in industrial and agriculture sectors, by providing them training in these areas so that they should know how to use these modern technologies. So now here we have to see the two case studies, and on page 17 let's see the story of Sakal. Okay, so in NCERT book 2 case studies are given. So the first one is the story of Sakal. Now there were two friends, Vilas and Sakal. They live in the same village. Sakal was a 12-year-old boy, and his mother Sheila looked after the domestic work. Whatever domestic work is there, she is doing that. His father Bhuta, he works in the agriculture field. Sakal helped his mother in domestic work. He looked after his sibling also. And his uncle Sham, he passed his 10th exam, but he is sitting idle. He is not having any job. Now Bhuta and Sheila, that is the parents of Sakal, they wanted Sakal to teach. They were eager that he should go for more studies. They forced him to join the village school, and he joined also. He started studying. He completed his higher secondary examination. Then he convinced his father. His father convinced him that he should continue his study, and he raised the loan for the Sakal to study a vocational course in computer, a professional course in computer. Sakal was very meritorious student. He was interested in studies. He was intelligent and hardworking boy from the beginning, and with great passion and enthusiasm he completed his course. And after some time, on the basis of that course, he got a job in a private firm. He even designed a new kind of software, and this software helped to increase the sale of his firm, and thus his boss was very happy and rewarded him with the promotion. So you have seen the story of Sakal, that he got the benefits of the education, though his parents were not educated, but they persuaded their child to go for the education. And you have seen the benefits Sakal is getting of being educated. He got the job, he completed his study, he pursued the vocational courses, he got the job, he got the promotion. So now so you have seen here that the parents of the Sakal, they invested in their kid. In Sakal, they have done the investment in the form of education, in the form of training, and now the Sakal will yield a return and pay back to his parents. So this is the story of Sakal, and we learned the lesson also from here that education is a must.